These are tales of danger and the pursuit of endless riches. Adventurers and heroes from all parts of the world charging into the unknown, setting steel and magic against the most impossible foes, with each time wondering if this would be the last. Storms gather on the horizon, and evil rises from the waters of despair. These are tales of endless adventure. These are the Awakened Fables.
Alright, welcome back to the Mysts of Typertheria. We return with all of our members coming back to play in this session. As last session, one of our players, Myrtle, was not available. This session, on the other hand, we have a new player. He will join us from time to time. I will introduce him when he comes into the story. Now, for last session's recap, the adventurers had gone and went and chased the ogre that they were hunting. They managed to defeat it upon the chase throughout the forest. Upon their defeat of the creature, they've salvaged its remains for proof that it has been defeated. Then, heading back to their wagon, they discovered that their talking chicken, as well as their wagon, had been jacked by one of the wheels. They had found and tracked where those thieves had gone and taken their one single wagon wheel. There they found the halfling who they had tossed early on in a previous session on the plains south west of Bryn over the river. And at that point, they found that these orcs had been very agitated in keeping the wheel to fix their mining cart. There, defeating the orcs, they bring back their prey and the information that they have defeated this menace going throughout the forest of Eriwell. After which, the adventurers return to the reception of Bryn, the common headquarters or guild quarters of the region where adventurers get their quests and other contacts. They had reported this strange mine that should not exist in that forest. And that is where we begin today. So, you guys wake up. It has been a week through your training, other purposes that you guys were doing. What do you guys do? You head to the reception?
Yeah, I guess at least meet up in the lobby of some sort of tavern or something, our meeting spot, and head in there as a group, I'm assuming.
All right. So
we're meeting in the lobby.
Okay. So the four of you head over to the lobby, and Finn is there to greet you. My friends, good morning. We have reports for you to listen to about the mine and whatnot.
Aye.
Well, there are good news and some terrible news. The good news, I suppose we'll start with that, is that the mine is just an old dwarven mine shaft, at least from the scouts that had returned. Now, the bad news is that we're missing 3 scouts that went down into the mines to explore. There were no other reports of other guilds, orcs, anything that you had reported. Very odd. As for the mines themselves, there's a bit of strange noises that comes from this abandoned dwarven mine. There are a few riches that you could perhaps find there, or perhaps crystals, but from what the scouts have told me and reported back to my superior, they've said that there's strange thumping and scratching noises throughout the tunnels. I would be wary if you decide to go down there.
Have they any idea what the noises might be?
Well, she gives
Are there
you...
DJs?
Yep.
DJs in the deep? Thumping and scratching away at their decks?
Well, I suppose you could speak to the scouts that returned. One of them is still over there, points just on one of the very soft couches. He's kind of in a cross-legged seating position, trying to calm himself down.
Johnny will cock his head, like look at Divine Speaker and cock his head at the...
Yeah, I'll go over there and speak to the guy.
But there's one more thing. Here, this adventurer, he's been tasked to head down into the mines to investigate what happened to the missing scouts, you see. Come on, introduce yourselves. These are the great adventurers that have thwarted the menace of the Airywell Forest. She points to you, Flynn.
Are these the adventures I've heard of? Thank you for letting me join you on this journey, then. You see a tall half-elf man with a thick moustache, dressed in dark clothes and a long leather coat, dirty from travel.
A pleasure, Finn. Might you tell us what you heard at the mine?
Flynn?
I'm not too certain. I've just been tasked to investigate rather than any sort of
The adventure is
prior
different from the
knowledge.
scout. Yeah.
That's correct. He's not the
Okay.
scout.
Yeah,
he's
there's a
one
scout
of
over
the
there, yeah.
adventurers tasked to find the scouts. So he has no other information besides where the mine is and how to get there.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear. My mistake. A new recruit. It's a pleasure.
Mine too.
You said your name was Flynn?
Yes, I'm Flynn.
You any good in a fight?
I'm pretty handy. I gesture to the whip on my belt.
Handsy, huh? Well, I don't know how many of us are all too overly keen for getting frisky these days. At least I myself am not.
What?
You see a very old turtle. And she puts out her hand and says, "The name's Myrtle."
Pleasure to meet you, Myrtle.
And I'm Hjalnia. You see a dwarven cleric.
I'm Mithra, and you see a short pallid elf, long blonde hair. And she'll speak to you in Elvish and say, "My most sincere apologies for my friends."
I reply in Elvish, no harm taken.
And I am Divine Speaker, and you see a towering Goliath. And she's fairly well armored, with a shield and a spear. And she eyes you up and down, assessing your combat strength. Very well. As Divine Speaker will go over to the scout.
Okay, you head over to the scout. This appears to be a high elf wearing very simple garb, traveler's garb. His clothing has very large rips and tears around the arms and legs. There's still a bit of strange white residue on his left leg. You can roll an investigation check on what that might be.
Okay. Yep, I'll do that.
Roll in Discord, remember?
I have advantage too.
18. Alright.
I'll take the 18.
You believe it to be some sort of spider web.
Oh.
Alright. As Divine Speaker approaches the elf, she will say, You came back from the mine?
Yes, I did. Please, let me just cleanse my mind of such evil. Please, O God of the elves, remove the evil from my mind. You can see him meditating as best as he can, but every so often he'll scream out, "No! Not the scratching! Ah! God, so much clicking sounds! Where's that coming from? Oh, not in the mines. Right. Oh. Apologies.
What did you see down there?
Well, all I could gather was that it was a dwarven mine. There was many dwarvish symbols. I was not wary of those runic syntax. You see, don't know how to read it, but they all look like warning signs. One of our men decided to venture forth. He heard his screams, thumping sounds, and then just gurgling. I ran. I ran for my life. For some reason, I was slowed by some sticky substance. I don't know where it came from. It was very dark. Even with my dark vision, there was something hindering me. Not sure what it was, but I did survive. However, I don't think the others did. As soon as I made it out, I ran back to Bryn to make my report.
Well, I suppose you don't have to outrun the bear. Just your friend.
That's a bit morbid, Myrtle.
She is
Well-
right, though. The strong survive.
I didn't say she was wrong. I just said it was quite dark.
Fair do.
Was there any other questions, adventurers?
Um,
How many
no,
levels down did you have to go before you turned back?
Oh, well, although it is a dwarven mine, the shaft goes about 100, perhaps 200 feet. There are two safe um, lifts, I suppose is what you call them, that carry you up and down. Um, I would not take the east lift. It's quite dangerous. I took the west one. It's far more safe.
Aye, good to know.
what alerted you to the fact that the east lift was dangerous?
Well, that's the one that I ran out of. There were strange sounds, grinding of teeth and such. I'm not too fond of the underground, you see. No offense to you, Master Dwarf. I
I'm
prefer
taking.
the clean mountain air.
But if your friends are in the east, then we'll have to rescue them.
Indeed. I will not return to that mine shaft. No, I will not. Not until I've cleansed the darkness that I experienced. I do warn you, though. Perhaps one of the others have returned. There were 6 of us.
Have you visited a priest or a cleric since you came back to cleanse you?
It would be best that I await my guild's permission before I do so. They have other
Wait.
questions for me.
Which guild do you hail?
The Don't Breathe, man.
Of course. Can I do like a? Can I like assess him
Yeah, yeah.
somehow for any darkness or anything like that? Like I don't have any sort of
You can
divine
roll
sense or
a
anything.
religion check, or you can roll an investigation check.
Yeah, I'll do religion. It's my bag, baby.
Alright, with a religion check of 12, you do sense a bit of a dark presence within him. However, you don't know where it's coming from. It just could be in his mind from what he experienced, or perhaps an object that he's carrying. You can't pinpoint it.
Okay.
Would
Did
like
you
to-
did you bring anything back with you from the mine?
Not his pals. Sorry.
Well, Master Dwarf, I did bring this from his pocket. He pulls out what appears to be a black ore, perhaps it's rock, and he extends it to you.
I will take it and examine it.
All right, do you touch it?
Yes, I will. If he's extending it out to me, I will. Yeah, unless it's like there's some like aura before that I sense before I can pick it up. But if he's extending it
Just
to
a
me, yes.
black rock.
Yeah, I'll take it.
So you take it, roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
Sweet.
22. As soon as you make contact with the stone, you feel a sudden pulse enter your mind, but a strong will manages to block whatever that is.
Okay. Do I feel that maintaining physical connection to this would be a bad thing, or do I feel that I'm okay after overcoming the initial?
The initial pulse was all you needed to overcome.
Okay.
As though this particular elf hasn't able to overcome it yet.
Right. I'll sort of holding it, look at him, and say, "This this item, it's no good for you, lad. I believe it's what's clouding your mind."
Then please take it. I have no use over it.
Aye. Certainly bears further investigation.
So if you're
And I'll
wondering
take
if
it.
you are a dwarf, you
Yep.
immediately know that this particular stone is an ore of iron.
Okay. It's merely an iron ore, but there's something tainted. I'll take a cloth out and sort of wrap it up in a cloth.
Yep. All right. So
I think we have sufficient information.
okay. So you head over
Aye.
back to Finn to take the job. Do you get supplies?
Yeah. I suppose we need
Yeah.
rations if we're gonna continue with this. I'll mention to Finn after talking to that scout about this weird ore and my suspicions that it's somewhat tainted and not very good for people.
Thank you, my friend. Did you find any information from the scout?
He's merely scared out of his mind, it seems.
There seems to be some sort of creature, or maybe
Aye.
several, in the mines.
Aye.
Judging by the residue on the scout's legs, potentially some sort of web-spinning creature.
I thought spiders too.
Well, spiders are known to live in the mountainside, as well as in the forest. What's so strange about that?
Nothing strange, Finn. Merely, I don't particularly like spiders.
I see. Well, do be careful.
Aye.
All right, so let's head there, I guess, to the mine.
Yep. So you're heading over to the mine. Are you taking horses this time?
Probably not.
Probably
Sure,
Yeah.
fine.
I dare say it's worth more hassle.
Or do you take any potions with you this
I mean, that might be an idea. Are there places around that sell that?
time? You know that the reception does cater to adventurers like yourself. You are the famed heroes that remove the ogre menace. You can acquire some potions with the riches that you have gained.
Yeah, are there any would Finn Finn, would you happen to have any potions that could cure a poison? Since we'll be dealing with the wee
An
web
antidote
crawlers.
you're seeking?
Aye.
Well, we do have them over there at the Elixir Emporium.
Excellent. Shall I tell them you sent me?
Oh no, everyone knows who you are. You simply need to go over. How many are you
Sure.
looking to get?
Oh, probably. Well, it depends on their cost, I guess.
And I can heal poison once a day.
Very helpful.
Yeah, it depends on how much they cost. So maybe 2 or 3.
2 or 3? Well, the average potion for a guild member is usually 25 gold pieces, but for heroes such as yourselves, a mere 10 gold each.
Aye. Well, I'll do then.
Oh yeah, and I wanted to buy breastplate at some point, I think.
Yeah, Hjalni will definitely buy 3 antidote potions.
Alright, you have 3 pure
Taking off 30 gold.
poison potions.
Cool. Cool.
Alright.
As for
Finn.
breastplate, you can purchase it, being hero stuff. It'll only cost you 200 gold pieces.
Oh, that's nifty. Alright, I'll go ahead and purchase a breastplate then.
Any other purchases? Before you
Finn,
go?
is there a leather worker? And whereabouts would I find them?
A leather worker? You can ask Mithra. She knows the entire the entire vicinity, the entire map of Rin.
I got bored. I did a walk around.
Mithra, a leather worker. Perhaps one custom order?
I didn't ask if they do custom orders, but I believe it's if you go down past the reception, if you turn down the right street, and then you take the next right and then a left, and then 3 blocks down on your left-hand
Myrtle's eyes.
side, 3 shop down.
Myrtle's eyes just glaze over while you're talking.
I can take you there if you like.
Oh yeah, that would be swell. I want to find a leather worker and ask them if they have or can make me a giant water skin that I can wear as like a camelback.
Of course. So being guided by Mithra, you arrive at this very small guild where they tan their hides, make leather, and cut out and fashion various shapes of leather. Hello, my friends. Heroes. How can I help you?
Hello, darling. I'm after a water skin. One that I can, yes, wear as a satchel or a backpack. One larger slightly than usual.
How large do you need it?
Well, I need it on my person, filled up with water, not to be encumbering.
See. Oh, well, I can make one for you. It should be done by the end of the day. Let me just take your measurements. Madam?
One moment. Hey gang, when are we thinking about going out to get this thing done? Today?
I don't think the rest of us are with you. I think it's just you and Mithra.
Oh!
Oh, is it just us?
Yeah, it's just.
Oh, Mithra.
Oh, I have no idea. Sorry, I wasn't listening.
That's fair. In that case, maybe just How about you string me a few water bags together onto a strap? Could you do that in a short turnaround?
Oh, of course. I can have that done for you right now. Apprentices, well, get this, Madam Myrtles. How many water skins do you need, milady? 3, 4,
Say,
5?
let's go for 5.
5? Alright. Lads, get to work. In a matter of minutes, you have your string of water.
Myrtle,
Done.
what do you need so much water for? You don't
Well,
mind me asking.
I've been working on a little something, and this whole spider ordeal got me thinking. Do you know any... What do you call a person who makes poison?
Um.
Oh,
I
actually,
don't
one better.
know.
Can I do an intelligence check
Of course.
to know if there's something that generally spiders are adverse to that comes in a liquid?
Of course. Go ahead. Make your intelligence check or a nature check.
Can I do the same?
Yes, you can. I
Hell yeah.
assume both of you are discussing this. This is not just
Yeah.
the
Definitely.
mental thoughts of Myrtle.
Murder rolled at 8.
I got 3.
With a 12 and the non-attention span of Mithra, you both come up with acid might work or fire might work. So you would need an alchemist.
Sounds right to me.
And you know that
How
there's
much for...
already an alchemist at the reception.
Let's head back. How much for the skin?
For you, milady, just 4 silver pieces.
You got it. Hand him over and head back to reception.
Alright, you get the change. Good luck on your ventures, and may we hear of your tales upon your return.
I'll definitely be back and let you know the quality of your piece of equipment you've given me. For better or worse. Thank you. All of you lads.
Okay, you guys head back.
So as we're walking
Yep.
back, can I have a word?
Okay, go ahead.
Just for curiosity's sake, Myrtle, have you noticed anything odd lately at all?
When you're non-specific about things, it can be difficult to decide on an answer for you. Was there something specifically weird that you just seen yourself or were worried about?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I did see some things, but I was just meaning in a general sort of, just a general sort of way. If there's anything that you're worried about or you want to talk to someone, you can always talk to me.
Well, I thought that when that young scout man pulled out an iron ball from his pocket, I thought it was a bit strange that he'd want to go running with it. And if it weren't for the stuff on his legs, I would suppose that maybe he'd slowed down by it. But, not generally. No, why?
Oh, I was just wondering. You just seemed to have a look on your face that said that you were concerned about something.
Everything out here concerns me, darling. It's pretty strange and wonderful and new, but that comes as a mixed bag.
Myrtle, you seem like a nice person. So I'm going to tell you something. So I came across something on my travels, and I'm not. It's something I want to act upon, but Also concerned that the others won't understand and won't back me up. Can you back me up? Will you back me up on something?
Hey, so far we've killed a troll, an ogre. It was big, wasn't it? Defended us, guilds and the like. We're getting by pretty okay, and I feel like I trust you to do the same. My back, of course.
I think there's something going on. Actually, I know there's something going on with the reception down below.
How do you mean?
Well, you can tell that, like, haha, I know the town a bit now. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went for some walks and I kind of noticed that is at the reception they've got caged animals. They're all manacled and muzzled and it's horrible, and I don't know, but I think they might use them for fighting. And I don't think that's okay.
Myrtle's face drops. You saw them at reception?
That's the building they were at. I
What?
heard them.
So you've obviously gone for a small wander downstairs. Were you seen by anyone when you were...
Of course I wasn't seen.
Good. Hmm. Well, I think that that isn't something that sits very well with me either.
Do you think I should tell the others?
I do know that I can trust them, but with this, I don't know how they would respond. I mean, when we first arrived in Vryn, there were some peculiarities that I've noticed, but that's people are weird. I, in all case, Divine Speaker didn't really seem to have a qualm with that. I don't know what kind of value for life these hold, even though I trust them. I think it might be something we should act swiftly on. Think about talking to them about directly or immediately. Oh, I don't know, dear. I think probably it wouldn't hurt to tell them, but I don't know how proactive they might be in what I feel like is something we need to do something about.
I definitely think that they are preoccupied with the other things at hand at the moment, but I'm kind of hoping that maybe if we go ahead and do the whole save the day thing that we've been doing so far that they seem to enjoy doing, if we do that and then maybe we can do something about it.
When
It's
we
just
get back,
it's not right. I can't turn a blind eye to that.
that is something I wholeheartedly agree with you about. After we finish our errands, I feel we should go back. We should get involved in today's tasks, and when we come back, we should investigate further and maybe formulate some kind of plan for doing something about it.
Okay.
Is it
Thank
right?
you. I don't think this one is one that I can go up against on my own.
Well, definitely count on me having your back.
Alright, so you guys head back to the reception.
Yep.
Alright, so while that was happening, what did the three of you do? Back in reception.
Well, I think I went to get my breastplate.
That's right, so you got your breastplate. And Halnir, you went to get the potions.
Yep.
And
I'll go along with Kelnir as well. Yeah.
okay. So upon getting your items, you all return to the ground floor where there's another scout who's come back recently from the mines. He's puffing, he's tired, and he's speaking to Finn. Do any of you know Infernal?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
You can see that the scout is a tiefling, and in his panic state, he seems to be speaking in his native tongue. Finn, on the other hand, seems to understand and speaks back. So Mithra and Myrtle, you arrive back at the reception as the others are climbing the stairs down to the ground floor. And Finn looks at both of you, Mithra and Myrtle. This is my friend. To be honest, he's returned from the dreadful mines. He's one of Adreus' companions. We spoke to Adreus earlier about information of the mines. Here, to be honest. Please, speak to them in common. I understand that you're a bit distraught, but they won't understand you. You're speaking to them in deaf ears. You're right, Finn. Right. Apologies. Just my native tongue. Well, as you can see, I'm quite injured. I can tell you what I saw down there. Our companion, Magnus, he's still down there. He's fending off the spiders. Luckily, he has a bit of sorcery in him. He knows how to deal with them with flames. He told me to go. I only just arrived. I can tell you what I saw. I've already spoken to Finn. There's a chimera down there. It's not friendly. We weren't even intruding in its territory. Also, I think there may be some sort of giant. Could not see it. It was unusually fast for its size. Terrible, terrible sounds. Crunching, grinding teeth. Must have been eating something. So, unfortunately, my friends and heroes, I could not find a lick of evidence that there were orcs in the region. There were strange markings on the ground near the entrance, but they did not lead anywhere. Just the forest. I do not have great skill, I suppose, when it comes to tracking humanoids. I'm just a scout. I report what I see.
Andreas mentioned that there were 2 elevators in the mine. Where did you see this chimera or giant?
Well, it's come out from the eastern lift. Although both lifts sort of connect. This is a dwarven mine. But the west lift has a bit more of a narrow path, so it seems to have gotten stuck because of its size. To my luck, I have a known spell to blink here and there. Fortunately, a companion Magnus does not have such abilities. Hopefully he's still alive. Please, if possible, could you bring back their bodies? Hopefully they're still all alive, but I do not have the faith or luxury to see or hope that they are still with us.
I mean, of as best we can, we will bring back whatever's left of them to you.
Dead or alive.
Thank you, my heroes. Thank you. I must rest. And you can see him just sit down where he stands. He's quite exhausted. You can see that he is still heavily injured, claw marks, bite marks.
Brother, you didn't happen to touch or bring back any dark ore, did you?
No, we did not. No.
Excellent.
My job was to scout, to seek what was down there, and to find out if there was any other information about the orcs that you had encountered.
Yeah, but on the orcs, you didn't happen to see any bloodstains out the front, did you? I dare say at least one of them bled fairly profusely.
There were no bloodstains at all. There was a hint of magic.
Aye, interesting. Well, thank you for your information. Sure to help.
Welcome. Good travels.
Aye, and so looks up at Finn. You've called a medic for this man, I'm assuming.
Yes, I have.
Aye, thank you. He sort of nods at the guy and walks away.
Alright. So you guys are being warned. And as you take in all the information, Finn heads upstairs to get a potion, some bandages to fix up Leonis, just with some first aid. What do you guys do?
Hyanya will turn to the group and sort of be like, Did he say chimera?
And giant.
Aye, underground. I'm not sure he's in his right mind.
It does seem very strange for a giant to live underground.
Maybe they don't live underground. Maybe they're underground for some reason.
Well, we won't find out by sitting around.
Aye.
Gang, on the off chance that he is telling things that are accurate, I'd like to draw from an adage piece, modern literature, and we might need a bigger boat.
Aye. Quite possibly.
I don't think bug spray is going to work on.
Well, we have a little bit of a conflict of information. One of the scouts tells of spiders and has evidence to show for it that some web-spinning creature, may not necessarily be a spider, resides down there.
Aye. And he mentioned this other lad, Magnus, still down in the mines, who was using fire.
Said fire worked too.
Yeah, against the spiders. So the second man, Leonis, also mentioned spiders. So spiders, I dare say, are down there, but a giant and a chimera. If they are down there, then I guess someone needs to know. But
Could they have been imagining something?
possibly.
I mean, I can make people think that they're saying something and they're actually not.
Galnir, that rock that you got from, I think his name was
Andreas.
Andreas?
Aye.
Perhaps Myrtle can investigate or identify what kind of magic is infused in that rock.
Aye.
Yes, dear, of course. What were we all talking
Yeah.
about?
The ore, dark ore, that I got off of the Andreas. There's some effect bound to it, some magic. Maybe you could figure out. Be wary of touching it though. It may
Oh,
frazzle
yeah.
your mind a bit.
Ooh. Well, whip it out and let's have a look at it.
Hi, lass. Reaches into his pocket and pulls out the cloth, and sort of unwinds the string around it, and he's holding it to show her.
The black rock. Just a typical stone, quite brittle around the edges, but very solid.
I'll reach out and sort of touch Myrtle on the shoulder and say, if you want, you can pick it up, but you need to be careful. I'll cast guidance.
You pick it up, Myrtle.
How have you pulled it out of the cloth and are holding it? The cloth.
Yeah, so the cloth is sort of draped over my hand, and it's sitting in my palm.
And also, just an
on top of the
FYI,
cloth.
guidance doesn't help saving throws.
Oh no.
No.
Oh,
Do you have resistance? Is the other one.
no, not today. I do, but not today.
Gonna grab it with the cloth.
You grab it with
Cool.
the cloth, nothing happens.
I'm gonna, as a ritual, sit on the soft couch with the scouts, start casting.
What do you cast? What do you cast?
Sorry, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, here now. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I cast detect magic
Detect magic.
as a ritual.
Yep. Right. You can sense a bit of necromancy on the stone.
Hmm.
And enchantment.
Well, there's some kind of perhaps a taint of an archaic nature. I don't know exactly what it would do. But, it's kind of necromantic and holds an enchantment. I'd have to sit with this for a bit longer to find out what it does, or what it's about. But if you say that it's difficult to handle, we should probably keep it in that bit of cloth there, and well, maybe I don't know if it's worth taking with us or not. It's up to you. It's your call.
I'd like to hold on to it for a bit longer, at least until I get handle on what it is and why. And so Johnny will take it back from the cloth and wrap it back up.
If only I'd been here another session, then I'd have identify, but I don't.
Alright. You have detected the stone. There is some odd presence on it.
And you said it was iron, it wasn't coal. It's not a bad present.
That's right. It is iron. It is not a bad present.
Is it like perfectly rounded, or is it just like a lump?
It's just a lump.
Okay.
It's oddly shaped. What do you guys do now?
I suppose we best set off then.
Yeah. I feel like we can do that with some modicum of confidence until we get there and figure out that things are all completely bananas, but yeah, let's do it. Can I grab some acid from a vendor before I leave as well?
Of course. You can purchase some acid with your hero's discount. That only costs 3 gold pieces each.
How many?
3 gold pieces per vial. How many vials do you want to buy?
I'll grab 2 vials.
Alright, you have 2 vials of acid.
Am I able to get a couple of healing potions and antidote, like an anti-poison?
Yep. The antidote or cure poison potions, they're 10 gold each.
Okay.
What kind of healing potion are you procuring? The regular kind or the greater kind?
Just regular.
Regular? The regular kind only costs 5 gold pieces.
Okay. Alright, so if I get 1 of the antidotes and 2 healing potions, that's 20 gold?
That's right.
Yep, I'll take that.
Alright, make sure you add them and
Cool.
just minus the
Yep.
gold.
I've minus the gold, I'm not entirely sure how to add them to my inventory though.
You can go.
Don't worry, found it.
Yeah.
D&D Beyond is really finicky.
Alright, so after doing some more safety shopping, do you guys head out?
Mm-hmm.
So you take the quest from Finn. She cannot offer you.
Did we want to wait one more night? Myrtle?
Oh, did you want me to work out what this thing was before we left?
No, like for your order. Or was that done?
Oh no, that's all done. That's all. I'm all ready.
You can already see that she is carrying a bandolier of water skins around.
Cool. Okay, sorry.
How many rations did we get as well?
How many rations? How many days of rations do you need?
Actually, how far is the mine?
The mine's only 3 days away.
So we need like, we'll go for 10.
I think 10's
3
probably a
days, you
bit
can get a
better.
week's worth of rations.
Yeah, how many how much is a ration?
A ration for you heroes is free. For
Free.
Flynn, on the other hand, that will cost the standard fee.
Actually, just checking. I've actually still got a stack.
Yeah, I actually haven't been deducting. How many days of ration have we used so far?
Have you guys eaten so far? Let's see.
Yeah.
I'm just going to count on the map.
Because we've gone there,
2, 4, 5,
come back, gone there, come back.
9, 10, 11. Probably 2 weeks worth of rations.
Okay. So I do need to restock.
Because you've made a few journeys back and forth.
Yeah. That's fair enough.
So you would have been consuming them. It's not like the halfling had stolen any of your stuff.
No.
Alright, so you get a week's worth of rations and you head out.
And a week is 7 days.
A week is 10 days worth of rations.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Right, let's go.
On your journey north, back to the mines. The guards at Bryn bid you farewell, but they also ask about the strange chickens following you.
The what
Oh,
now?
is the
with the
chicken
who
still
one?
following us?
The what now with the who one? As in multiple chickens?
Just one.
Oh, just one. Okay. I thought they multiplied somehow. There was just like a train of chickens following us somehow.
No, they're just one. One chicken is following you.
That damn chicken.
What about him?
Is that yours?
Maybe.
Well,
We're not a.
No, friend. It's what you call an independent chicken. The chicken of the town, maybe.
all right. If it doesn't belong to you, we'll have to make sure.
No, that's my
No.
chicken. No.
No.
Hey, don't talk for me. Don't talk for me. That's my chicken. Don't you give him my chicken. Sorry, there must have been a misunderstanding. My friend here is trying to undermine me.
But the chicken's
my
name is
chicken.
Magnus. He's an independent chicken.
All right. Well,
We're walking a knife edge here.
take care with your pet.
He has a name. His name is Magnus.
Yes, indeed. Good luck, travelers.
Thank you.
So the chicken, the Magnus is still following you, but he's not speaking. He's just kind of clucking away and very, very quickly chasing after Halmir. After 3 days of travel through.
By the way, sorry.
Yes.
Just along the journey, I'd just like to ask the group. Did anyone else get a letter?
From who, dear?
Well, I just got this letter from. Oh, I can't remember anymore. But they were asking me to kill you, Myrtle.
Well, did everybody get this letter?
I didn't see anything to kill you. No.
That's
Why
why
would
I
anyone
asked.
want to kill you, Myrtle?
I'm not sure, but they said that I could join their guild if I killed you, so I didn't really want to join the guild, so I just threw out the letter.
Which guild sent it to you? Just curiosity's sake.
Divine Speaker, I don't know what to say to that precisely, but I'm very grateful that that was your decision.
Oh, well, I just didn't want to join their guild is all.
Of course you did, yes.
But I do you know which guild it was from?
Have a signature, a person's name.
So
I would say
I
this is on the second day of journey.
something like that. I honestly don't remember. Like I actually read the letter and then closed it. And me, the player, can't actually remember. I get the feeling that Divine Speaker would also not pay attention.
Have you still got the letter?
I do not. I threw it away.
Okay, because if someone's trying to kill someone else that is in the party, we kind of probably want to keep a record of that next time. Just saying.
Well, if I get another letter, I'll keep
You
it.
what? You what? Sorry, I'm a bit on edge.
Okay, all right.
Okay, Myrtle.
Divine Speaker, did they indicate that they'd wanted a reply from said letter?
I don't don't think so, and I think that's why I threw it out. If it is, if I remember, it was like an initialism on the bottom. Something PG. Something DPG, I think it was.
Oh, aye.
Don Perret?
Oh, maybe, I don't know. It said something about a guild.
That could make sense. The Don Puree doesn't seem to be.
I don't really know what to make of all that. I'm a bit of a nobody. I don't know why anybody would be wanting to off me.
It did seem like a
we have-
strange request for me to join their guild. And I'm not sure why they wanted me to join their guild either.
Quite.
Well, the guilds can seem to be a bit strange, can't they?
Oh, Myrtle, you didn't get a letter, or Halney, you didn't get a letter or anything like that?
Dear, the last
got
time
the
I
letter,
got... After you, Halney.
I
No,
was
Myrtle,
just
he interrupted you, Myrtle. I give a pointed stare at Halney.
Well, it's been some number of years since I've received a letter telling me to kill myself.
What?
From a disgruntled someone or another, but no. None.
You there?
You there?
That's abrupt.
just I received a letter with nothing about killing anyone.
What did yours say?
They didn't want me to go into the mines. That's all.
Oh.
But I kind of see how I can do that. It kind of requires some investigation.
I mean, if nothing else, we have to save that individual who's still down there.
Aye.
Before we go any further, when Myrtle was saying that they hadn't received a letter, am I able to roll an insight on that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. I have advantage on that too. Two identical rolls.
Well, with a 12, it appears that Myrtle's
Was it
tone is a
sevens?
bit cautious.
Did you roll two sevens,
Two sevens.
Mithra?
Okay, so she seems a bit cautious, but that's it.
That's about it. You don't hint that there was any other letter that perhaps she had gotten herself, but there's a lot of caution in her voice, considering what Divine Speaker is talking about.
Understandably.
Hjalnir, was your letter signed off?
From a guild.
From your own guild?
Aye. Telling me not to look into the mines. It's dangerous.
Well, I mean, if that was a reason to not look into anything, we'd be out of a job.
Aye, true.
When did you receive this letter, Halnir?
A few days ago.
Well, that is interesting. Wait, how long have you been on the road?
You've been on the road for 2 days, so 2 days ago, that's when you received it.
Would that coincide with when the scout got back?
That's right.
So we're presuming the letter wasn't sent before the scout got back.
You're not sure. It could have been sent just before the scout got back. After all, scouts would have carrier pigeons, some sort of method of giving their report rather than verbally.
That's a pretty close shave, Halnir. I'm wondering if your guild had insider information, or knew of the scout returning, and what he bore, or what he was running from, perhaps.
Could be. I don't have too much to do with my guild, to be honest. Merely a novice. But just seemed like a warning to me, a friendly warning. But a job's a job, and a man needs rescue.
Would they be displeased if you went out to the mine and disregarded their advice, do you think?
I don't know, to be honest.
Well,
But,
a job's a job.
My church really does override my guild duties. As much as I've signed up to a guild, my god comes first. I need to rescue a man in need.
Yes, of course, yes. Moral duties, yes. Well, if everybody else is still happy to nod off each other and finish this task.
Aye. That being said, if we do encounter a giant underground or a chimera, there's no shame in running away.
I fully intend to.
We can always come back with more men and reinforcements from the guild and take it on as a group. So no need to die. Aye.
Yeah, let's play it safe.
So, where's Flynn at this time? It's the name of the character, right? Yeah, Flynn.
Flynn's with you.
Yep. Flynn's just with you guys on the journey.
Okay. Can I drop in beside? So, hey, I might have just not been listening. I'm not sure. Happens sometimes. What guild were you with again?
I'm a novice with the Purple Letter Guild. I'm quite new in town.
Right. Did you receive any notes?
No, I've haven't received anything. I just got my duty to come and investigate the missing scouts.
Okay, well that's good. It seems like that's all cleared up now.
Looking over his shoulder, Keanu goes, "You're not here to kill us, lad, are you?"
I don't think I have the strength.
You'd be surprised. Strength comes in all shapes and sizes.
Well, we are heroes now, after all, aren't we? But all the same, yes. Don't give it a try, hey, Chatfer.
What brings you here?
Well, I've been traveling around the different parts, just trying to enforce a little justice here and there, right wrongs that I see.
Right. Right, and what's your skill set?
Well, ever since I was young, I have been training to be a paladin of Tyr.
Well, I think you and Divine Speaker and Hjalnir will get along just fine.
Any honest people I can get along with.
That's fair. Anyway, yeah, okay. And speeds up and walks away as the awkward conversation ends.
After your conversation, 3 days have passed, and the five of you arrive at the entrance of the mine. Get the map out for you all. So there
Oh.
you go.
Carry Magnus as well for periods of that walk for when he gets tired or needs it.
At times, Magnus speaks to you in his usual rough and rough mannerisms. Helnir, why are you
Aye.
taking me? Where am I going?
We need to investigate a mine.
Mines. Do they have
Aye.
meat?
Aye?
Meat. There'll be spiders, at least, I know.
Spiders.
I was thinking maybe leaving you outside somewhere safe while we head
You're
in.
leaving me again.
Well, just somewhere safe in a bush somewhere hidden. Just so nothing can find you or hurt you. But maybe taking you in the mine with all the spiders and whatnot might not be the best idea, unless you feel like adventuring.
I'll stay in a tree. You know I can fly.
Can you
Probably.
fly?
He makes an attempt, flapping his wings.
County will throw him up as well to help
He
assist.
immediately goes into a dive bomb and lands
Feather fall.
softly onto the ground. See? I flew.
Yeah, sure.
Do you want some assistance getting up into the high branches, though? I can give you a wee toss.
Go on then.
County will pick him up and just underhand, just two hands, just straight
Eat
up.
the chicken.
In which tree do you eat the chicken? You can see the map. You can ping,
yeah.
or you can make a circle with a paintbrush.
Yeah, I'll just draw a shape. Oh, it's a bad color. Green on green.
There? Where
Yep.
that red box is?
Yep.
Alright. Roll a strength check for the toss.
Ew.
With a accurate toss, you get the chicken up the tree. It lands
Nice.
softly. I'll cluck if I see anything.
I may not hear you being down the mine, but
Do you crow? Is he a rooster?
He's a chicken.
Wait, hang on. Hang on. Hang on.
Hang on a second.
The bird
Yeah.
is a chicken, but the entity within the chicken is a male.
Okay. So he's not a rooster. Okay.
Remember, he is a were chicken.
Right.
so you stay there, Magnus, and we'll grab you when we make our exit. No problem.
Flynn is just standing here, staring at the chicken that's talking.
Oh yeah, we just ignore Flynn's stunned face and just walk into the mine. He's just looking back at us, looking.
You don't investigate the entrance?
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I guess what? Because on the map it looks kind of like, I guess, a smallish building, but then it would go down. I guess, is that to scale, or is that not really to scale?
It's not The hut that you see on the map is not to scale. Just think of that as the tunnel that goes into the ground, but it is a large
Oh,
round.
so it's sort of like maybe slopes down a little bit or something.
That's
Or
right.
yeah, okay.
Turning to Divine Speaker, Keanu will say, do you think the lifts are done here, or do you think they got their own above ground exits? Shall we look the area over, just to be sure?
As in, do you think there would be separate entrances to the mine?
Aye. There's talk of an eastern and a western lift.
It could be within the mine itself, like just deeper underground.
Aye, maybe. It's just that we kind of see past some of these trees. I'm just wondering.
I mean, so this mine sort of entrance is like embedded into a mountain, essentially.
No,
Oh,
it is not. It is.
oh, so it's literally just a shack that slopes down. The tunnel inside it slopes down. Okay,
That's correct.
all right.
What Keanu is basically wondering is, should we just clear out these parts of the map just to be sure there's no other entrances or exits or something?
I mean, yeah, we can look left and right, I guess, and just see if there's any other entrances that are obvious through the trees.
All right. Everyone roll a perception check.
Yep.
Oh, that's 20.
Damn, these rolls are
Dirty.
nice.
Net 20.
No, dirty 20. Oh, yours is a nat 20. Yeah, there you go. It's just without the roll, David. Yeah, there you go.
All right. So, with the entire crew looking around the area, this is what you see. Let me just get out of this Zoom and hopefully it opens up.
We should also keep an eye out for the markings on the ground near the entrance that he was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Ooh.
You now have the entire view of this particular region. Don't mind two.
Yeah, why are there two of us?
Yeah.
And don't mind
That
the
was
extra
good.
characters.
Okay. I got very confused for a second there.
Doppelganger fight.
I mean,
Don't give him ideas.
I mean, that's not out of the realms of possibility.
What was this down here?
It is a very small lake. It's quite deep from its size. It's kind of like a man-made well, or like an upspring.
Okay. Is that all I like? Do I need to do an investigation if I want to? I suppose I'd like to get closer and investigate.
To the water.
Yeah.
Yes, you can go closer and roll a nature check or investigation. Those of you investigating anything, just tell me what you're looking for.
I'd like to look for the markings on the ground near the entrance.
All right. Roll an investigation check or a perception check for that. An 8,
Can I?
a 17. Yes. What was your question?
Yeah. Can I look around to see if there's any people or animals anywhere?
Of course. Roll a perception check. For how near, this is just a deep, man-made well. Water seems to come into it from the main river, filling it up. For the perception check at the entrance, you can see that there were bodies laying on various places here, but they seem to have vanished. There's inklings of a fight here, but there's no physical evidence aside from heavy footholds, shards of wood from arrow shots, and the like.
Is there any indication of where the bodies may have been taken?
With your 17, you're not sure. The tracks actually end over here, so they seems to have been dragged here and then stop.
I point out the tracks to the group.
And Mithra, where were you checking?
Basically, where's my pointer? Just, I don't know how to. Basically, all this side of like across behind Myrtle, and up like those trees around the mine.
Yep. So up top, like up here.
No, hold on. I'm just trying to find where's the.
You go to the cursor, and just yep, to that one. Those trees.
Right. Yeah, and why is mine not doing that?
You have to click and hold if you want to make a circle appear.
Oh, there we go.
Ping, yeah.
Like there and there. Those copes of trees, and yeah, that one too, if I can. I just kind of want to do a loop around, like a horseshoe around.
Yep. There are some, aside from the chicken that Halnir had tossed onto that tree, you could still see small animals, a few sparrows, a couple squirrels. You can even see a few rabbits around these set of trees down below.
Seems pretty calm then.
On the left of here. Aside from that, nothing suspicious. I mean, this is still a forest.
Just lost.
And was there anything else? Anyone else?
Can I please detect magic?
Detect magic? Go ahead.
Do I see any magic?
Okay. With your detect magic, you sense a sort of a circle of some sort. You can tell that it is still a residue of a conjuration type magic.
Is that nearby to the entrance?
Not at all. It seems to have. It's in this area, in fact. I'll draw a circle. That's where the circle is.
Conjuration. And there's nothing on the ground itself, physically.
Nothing at all. There's no burn marks. There's no disturbance.
Did we haven't seen any of those markings that the scout had talked about?
No, they haven't.
Did we find this place on a map? Is this the western entrance?
What was that again?
Did we find this place on a map? Is this the western entrance?
This is still outside. This is the mine entrance. You haven't gone into the mine yet. What the,
Yeah, we
Okay,
can
so
find
the-
this on any map.
what the
Okay,
scouts
found
had
this.
explained were the lifts within the
gotcha.
mine.
Well, I haven't seen anything conclusive or informative so far. Are we ready to head on in?
I think we are.
I think so.
Do we have a light source? Otherwise, I'll light a torch.
All on you, kid.
Okay, I'll light a
Not
torch.
necessarily. Hold on.
Yeah.
Just
Kelly
let me
raises
look
his
at.
hand and places it on the casts the light cantrip on it. Just
Yeah,
starts
I was gonna
glowing.
cast. Yeah, I was gonna cast that on my staff, on the tip of my staff.
Okay.
So it glows with a blue light at the front of his shield. Where the blue flames that are in the stylized forge there sort of emanates from those.
Okay.
All right. Then let's make our way inside cautiously.
So you head down into the mine. At first, you can see that the tunnel itself is wide enough for two sets of tracks as you head into the tunnel. But after a certain distance, about 100 or so, 50 feet down this tunnel, the second set of tracks ends at like a roadblock. It just ends at the wall as though it's unfinished. But the tracks continue further down. Do you continue into a single?
Wait. So it's normally like say 10 feet wide, roughly, and then.
So the tunnel itself is 20 feet wide,
Okay.
with two mine tracks. Like
Oh, like when you say tracks, you mean mine cart?
yeah,
tracks.
mine cart tracks. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So there's two tracks at first, for 150 feet down, and then the second one on the right ends, and the one on the left continues down. Another.
But does it end abruptly, or is there actually like a stop there?
There's actually a stop there, as though they had planned to widen it, but you can tell from the minecart outside that the orcs were having trouble. Remember?
Hmm.
Where orcs were having. Sorry, I must have missed something. The orcs were having trouble.
So the orcs were having trouble with their minecart as of last session because they had lost the wheel.
Right.
You
So
can
this
see the
right.
remnants
So
of
this
a wheel.
minecart has only 3 wheels.
That's right. You can see the remnants of a wheel, like the remains of a wheel, at the end of these tracks on the right-hand side as you travel further down.
Maybe the left track continues in his hole.
Do you continue, or do you investigate the spot, or
Well, looking around, do we see any like spider webs or anything?
nothing? Nothing at all. Undisturbed. You can see mining equipment like shovels and pickaxes. But nothing. There's no remains of spider webs or anything like that. But if you don't trust me, you can roll a perception check.
It's got nothing to do with trust.
Maybe someone's come through and just done some spring cleaning.
Perhaps. You can still make a perception check to make sure.
Okay, I'll make a perception check.
Go ahead. $17. 8. Myrtle, you have better eyesight than the new recruit. As
Oh,
a
wait, I haven't done mine.
experienced and
Wait.
wizened old portal, as well as Mithra, you have better eyesight than the new recruit. Both of you spot a strange movement in the dirt. They look like brush marks.
Is it a current movement? Is it moving?
Not moving. It's not currently moving. It's the wavy lines on the dirt themselves, as though it's being cleaned up by something, like a brush or a
Like
broom.
someone's been sweeping.
Yes,
Spring cleaning.
but it's in a very uniform manner.
Oh, guys, whatever's happened down here, I think somebody doesn't want anybody else to know that it has happened.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned that, yeah, someone's... Yeah, clean up the mess!
Well, I suppose we can follow the brush marks, possibly.
Let's go for that.
Did the brush marks head deeper into the mine? Yeah.
That's correct.
Well, if nothing else, that we still have an individual to recover.
Aye.
Most likely a prisoner.
Alright. So you continue down the tunnel after finding this set of unusual markings on the dirt. Here, you emerge in what appears to be a crossroads up ahead. Turning left, turning right, going straight ahead.
How long since we entered the mine have we been walking for?
Being about an hour.
Okay. I'm good either way.
Your lights.
I mean, we could split up.
I've heard that's a bad call.
And scout. Cover more ground.
Well, who of you can't see in the dark?
I cannot.
You stick by me then.
I mean, I can't either.
Well, then both of you should stick by me.
Okay. Well, let's head left.
Okay.
Aye.
You can just move your figurine left. It's all free movement.
So who can't see in the dark?
Moi.
So Myrtle can't see in the dark, and Divine Speaker can't see in the dark.
Yeah.
Correct.
Let me go first.
So, Halmir,
I
you
thought
can
that was the case, but I
see-
just want to check.
So as you enter this tunnel heading down, if you're wondering, the tunnel up ahead on the right, on the
Yep.
left-hand side over here, actually ends, and the mine tracks also stop. Not abruptly, as it's as though they're continuing the path. This is a newly formed part of the mine. Inside this part of the tunnel, this part of the mine, Almir, you can see rocks, various tools that they've left behind. You see brooms,
Okay.
dustpans.
Does my dwarven stone cunning tell me anything
Of
about
course,
this
you can
room?
roll
Or...
an investigation check. You might spot something that the others might miss. So you have advantage on this roll because of stone cunning.
Yep. Sweet. What's the command? Is it just KH?
Just K.
Okay.
Okay. Is it after the D20 and then I do the plus?
Yeah, so 2d20 K1 plus whatever.
K1. Yeah. Plus. Investigation 0.
Did
Oof.
you add anything in investigation, or is it flat?
No, I don't have anything on
Okay. So
investigation.
you rolled an 8. Even with your dwarven eyes and knowledge, this is a poorly constructed cave. Whoever cut the stone, whoever left the tools here, was clearly not a dwarf.
But this was
However-
meant. We were told this was a dwarven mine, correct?
Correct. So this part of the mine was not constructed by dwarves.
Right.
This little cave section, so this part.
Right. I relate this to the people, party behind me, saying, this room is definitely not dwarven, despite reports of this being a dwarven mine. Certainly no dwarven handcuff this. It's a mess.
That's interesting.
Is there any loose turf around the floor in the room?
You can roll a perception check for that.
19.
19, very nice. You can tell that there is some loose earth here, as well as here in the center of the room.
I'm just gonna start having a little scratch with my claws to see if I can dig maybe a foot or two down, see if anything comes up.
Sure. Roll a strength check as you scratch away.
Keanu is providing light for his shield.
It's a 0. On a nat
Alright,
1 fail.
You claw away, and what you get are dirty claws.
Seeing this, can Hjalni raise his warhammer and sort of scooch Murdoch with his leg and swing down and smash?
Are there also tools around? I see.
Yeah, like, is there a shovel or something?
There are shovels, there are hammers, there are pickaxes. There's
Alright. Yeah, Divine Speaker will grab a shovel and help.
Alright, roll a strength check.
Can Hjalni do that as well?
Of
Roll
course.
strength.
Do I get any bonus for using a
Who was that
shovel?
one?
Say again?
Are you using tools or not?
Yeah, the first whack was just more frustration and take that dirt. But yeah, I'll grab a shovel or a pick, whatever I deem is.
Do I get any benefit for using a shovel?
The check is easy.
Okay,
That's
cool.
for sure.
So it's just a strength check.
That's right.
You know when you make really good tea
That's
for your family?
nat 20, 24.
Very nice.
Lucky.
So, as you can see, Divine Speaker is perfectly timing her strikes onto the ground, and after a few strikes, you can tell that this particular part of the ground where Myrtle had been is solid stone. It was not cut with these tools, but you find something very unusual on the bedrock. There is a hatch in the center of this room.
What?
I'm not an expert in dwarven mine architecture by any stretch, but that sounds unusual.
Oh yeah, I didn't expect that. Especially in this room.
Was this under like solid rock?
That's correct. You had broken it apart. And what you had also broken apart was a lever that could have opened this mechanically.
What's the hatch made out of?
The hatch is made out of iron.
Hey, Flynn, do you want to scooch down to the left-hand side? Have a look down that side. These guys seem to have that side covered.
Sure, we can have a look. We can both see in the dark, right?
Yep. And I have light on my staff anyway.
Yep, you would have recast it
easy.
after the cantrip, so
Oh, because it's after an hour, isn't
yeah,
it?
it's been after an hour.
It's been longer. Yep. Cool. Well, we've got dark vision anyway. It doesn't matter.
Alright,
Cool.
so you head over to the right-hand side. Here you can see that it's very different from the left-hand side. Your companions have gone to. The walls are well carved. You can see strange runic symbols on the various lifts. Do any of you know Dwarvish?
Nope.
I do.
Alright. So
Kelnia does, obviously, but he's not there.
but he's not there. So on the south end, it says access tunnel for safety. The north end says main tunnel. Beware.
What does it say?
There's a warning here saying "Beware" on the north tunnel. I'm not really sure why, but there's a safety tunnel off to the east.
Does it have any, like, does it say why beware?
It has
I guess.
symbology that both of you can see. There's a face, a hammer with. So think of it as a carved face with a single eye. There's what appears to be a hammer striking this head, and then on the right hand side of where this hammer is, there's another hammer where there's an X on this hammer. You can roll an insight check or history check on what this means.
Yep. I'll go insight.
Yeah, I'll go inside as well.
11?
8.
8 for me. Very
8.
nice. 11 for Flynn. So, it's a very basic warning. It's stating that there is some sort of one-eyed monster down below, and normal weapons do not work against it.
Any idea what that might be?
I only know of one beast that's a one-eyed thing, but I haven't really seen one before. Yeah. Could like
In any case, I only have normal weapons, so if it's not going to work, then I think we'd best avoid it.
Oh, you don't. Oh, you just. Right. Right. Well, not. We don't just. The rest of us, we're not just all. Yeah. Like weapons and stuff.
That is true. You are heroes after all.
I don't know we'd go that far. Well, what do the other tunnels say? If this one leads to like some big bad one-eyed monster, does that mean the other ones are safe?
The
Yeah, so
voice does not answer.
You don't know. From what it's depicting, you believe so.
Or should we go tell them?
I suppose so. We'll get back and see what they're doing.
Are we opening this door?
You can.
Not yet. We should.
Is there a handle?
You broke it, remember?
I thought we broke a lever.
You broke. Oh, right. Yes, there is a handle, so you can open it. The hatch itself is not closed, it's just heavy to lift, so you need to roll a strength check.
Okie dokie.
Kiane will assist if I
Alright,
can.
you have advantage.
That's an 18.
Very nice. You open the hatch, and you hear down below what sounds like people.
Hey, Halnia, we found like some dwarvish on the other side, so it does look like a dwarvish mine. I think you were wrong. And like some monster beware stuff. Flynn can read dwarvish. I can't.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was a long time since I've learned, but so you may want to have a look, see if you can get any more info from it.
If we shine a light down there, can we see anything?
Alright, so this is what you see down below. If you scroll down on this map, this is what you see. You can see a set of doors and several boxes filled with gems and jewels.
Ah.
This is what you see down below. Hatch.
Is there like a ladder going down, or is it just a hatch?
There is no ladder going down. However, you can see a lift down below that would rise to the top. As for the sheer drop, give or take 50 feet,
Okay.
How much rope we got?
Or if we tie it together.
yeah, I've got 50 foot.
I've got 50 feet of rope.
So we got enough to get down.
And you said we could hear voices?
You can.
Ooh.
Can we tell what language they're speaking?
Common.
So yeah, seeing Flynn and Mithra come around and hearing them, Peony would have obviously directed them at this hole.
Ooh. What's in the hatch?
Seems
like-
there's some chests.
It looks like it just goes further into the mine.
Hey,
We still haven't seen any sign of the missing scout, right?
You find no signs here. No.
I imagine they'd be down the eastern elevator though, because that's where all the spiders were, right?
That's correct. Well, that's where you assume there would be. From the reports that you have gotten from the scouts that come back alive.
well, do we want to go down this hole, or do we want to cover it up and continue looking? Mithra and Flynn mentioned some dwarven writing and a warning.
Yeah, apparently like a one-eyed monster is down in one of them. It's got like a beware sign.
And
Did it say where it was? Was it down this tunnel?
I think it was.
Looks at Flynn.
I think it said it was down to the south. I think, but we can go back and check.
Aye, best we check. Peony will get them to lead him back around. So wherever it was. And yeah, does Peony, being dwarvish, glean any clearer information?
Your dwarvish is much better than Lynn's, as yours is more native in nature. There is some etched out symbols that are kind of hidden in the ill-maintained walls of this dwarven mine. Because I assume, Flynn, you didn't like brush any of the walls, did you?
No.
So as you approach this part of the cave, you can actually see more dwarvish runes. They're kind of underneath the dirt and various dust that accumulates in subterranean.
Okay, I'll stow my shield and warhammer and use both hands and rub everything back and see if I can reveal anything.
All right. Roll a sleight of hand check.
Ooh.
I'll help with the rubbing down the walls then, I suppose.
All right. You have advantage.
Nice.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
Very careful not to just slam your shield and weapon onto this wall. You manage to clear the rest of this well-carved dwarven cavern, and it says, "Beware, adventurers. Those of you who seek challenge or perhaps wealth, seek the northern mines, for there are a band of cyclopses who dwell upon them. Do not heed this warning. They are dangerous. well on.
Right. I'll relay all of this back to the group.
Guess I need to go back to school.
Now, at the very bottom of this message, someone has written a bit of Elvish. Who knows Elvish?
Me. And Flynn, I'm guessing, is an elf.
Both of you spot this. It's a newly carved message. It doesn't seem like it's etched in with tools, but carved here with fire of some sort. It's like gouged out with some sort of flame.
Ooh.
Could be from Magnus.
It says, "Friends, leave this place now. I have left a trap for you. There my pet lies. He will seek your throat." Signed, Agnes.
Well,
That doesn't sound good.
it's a little bit threatening, isn't it?
More than a little. Yeah, we say to the other guys, I don't know who's. Is it just Melny who's with us?
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll tell him what it says.
Yeah, it's
Alright, you guys are caught up.
wee bit concerning.
We should probably tell the others as well.
Aye. Should definitely tell the others.
You left us down there with no lights or anything.
Oh.
Apologies, lass.
Crawling on the ground or, hugging the wall.
Well, while they were gone and they weren't yapping, I was trying to listen to the voices and see if I could make out any words.
The voices underground. So this is what you hear. Because no one else was in the room, aside from Myrtle stumbling about, trying to leave. The voices are saying, "The tunnels to the south are ready. We should move on to the east.
The tunnels to the south are what?
West are
Sorry?
also ready.
Oh, already.
Prepare the ships." So that's what you hear.
Okay.
So what do you guys do? I like how the cat broke
Sorry.
silence.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Do we have a tabaxi in the group?
All right. Yeah. When they come back with the light, I'll share the information I'll close the hatch again and then share the information.
Yep, so you close the hatch. You know it's there. Do you do it lightly or do you just close it?
Oh, lightly. Yeah, lightly.
Lightly, roll a stealth check. Actually, no. Roll a strength check because you're doing it lightly. You're not doing it quietly.
Oh.
6. You slam it, and you immediately hear, as it clanks onto the stone, someone's up above.
Oh.
What was that bang?
Divine Speak, are you okay?
There might be incoming.
Well, we did just see a warning saying to get out now.
But I heard voices, and they seem to be preparing something down there. But I believe they might be starting to suspect that we are up here. We may want to make ourselves hidden or similar.
How many did you say there? Did you think there were?
I only heard one voice.
You actually heard 4 voices.
Oh, 4 voices. There you go.
4 different voices.
Well, we better do something quick.
But are all these like boxes? Are they elevators? Are they all elevators?
The boxes.
Yeah, like the brown boxes on the map, the brown squares.
Yep. The brown squares are all lifts. They're different sizes of lifts.
Okay.
They're all lifts.
Then, based on what we could see from down the hatch, you said we could see a lift, right?
That's correct.
Where do we think that lift leads?
To the hatch.
It would.
Oh, is it directly up and down through the hatch? Okay, right.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we better hide that there's people coming up.
Yeah, is there any are there any non-obvious places to hide anywhere in this mine?
Obvious places?
Like non-obvious. Like if you hide behind like the only thing that there is to hide behind in a room, it's very obvious where you are, kind of thing.
There is only the tunnel outside.
Okay.
Or you can head down a hatch.
Yeah, we could take another lift somewhere.
Down one of the lifts. That would get you out of sight.
Okay.
But that could also get us very, very lost.
You said that some of these lifts led to some sort of danger.
Oh yeah, like a big monster with one eye.
No, Cyclops.
I'd say so, but I kind of don't want to be like too specific.
Which lift was that one?
The north one, I think. Is that right, Helena?
This one or this one?
This one.
Okay.
You guys haven't gone to this lift yet.
Well, either way, we're running out of time if there's people coming.
Do we hear any like lifts engaging or something, anything like that?
Roll a perception check.
No footsteps or anything?
Footsteps? Roll a perception check.
Footsteps or climbing, yeah. Perception.
13.
13?
It's a nat 23.
11.
Nice. 11, 13, 23, 12. Alright, so those of you who got under a 15, you hear murmurs as though something is fighting something back, but you can't quite hear what they're saying. But Divine Speaker, you hear a dwarf saying, "Back, beasts! Back! I'm warning you! I can flame you up! Now, these damn controls, why are they stuck?"
Where is that coming from?
That is coming from this.
I think I hear our missing scout as I rush towards that lift.
I'll join him.
Yeah, Helena will follow.
Is the lift up here or is it down? Like, is it in the up position or down position, I guess, is the question.
It's in the down position. So you can see down into the tunnel, down below.
Uh-huh.
And there you can actually see this dwarf holding a torch. He's flailing back and forth at what appears to be a very large, giant-like creature that's bending its face from the bright light.
And there's a lever next to the lift. And is he on the lift?
He is on the lift, yeah.
All right, I'll try and call the lift.
All right. There are 2 levers. Which one do you pull?
Is there writing on is there writing on either of them?
There is Dwarvish written on them.
I quickly look at the.
50-50 shot.
I'll try and read which one says up.
One says mine, and the other one says repairs.
What do you reckon this is, the mine?
I'd vote mine.
I'd vote to go down is to the mine.
All right, up to you,
Don't
Divine
listen to
Speaker.
me.
I mean,
It's
I
all
can't read
on you.
Dwarvish.
50-50.
I can't read Dwarvish, so I would have expected you to pick the obvious one. All right, I'm just going to pull the one called mine.
All right. Pull the one that's called mine. It starts to the chain of this particular lift starts to go taut, and it's pulling it up. Then you hear some sort of grinding down below as it stops midway. Who's up there? What are you doing?
We're trying to call the lift up.
Did you pull the one that says mine?
Yes.
Well, keep pulling it.
I mean, I already pulled it. It doesn't pull any further.
What? How is it possible? Hey, back! Back! Don't touch me!
So
That's
wait,
not
so
my leg!
has the lift gone up? Can we see the lift going up?
The lift is going up. However, there is something stuck in the chain, and it's stopped it moving all the way. Like some sort of wood. It's lodged in between one of the rings, keeping the lift from going any further.
How far is the drop down?
Drop down to the lift.
Yeah, to where the dwarf, I'm assuming Magnus
That's
is.
about 20 feet. Drop down to the ground floor is about 40 feet.
Can we, like, fireman slide down the chain?
Of course you can.
All right, I'll do that.
Yeah, seeing that, Keanu will
However,
wait for
you
Divine
do
Speaker to
see
get to the bottom.
a very large creature swatting at the dwarf. Do you still do that?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Everyone roll for initiative.
Alrighty.
Oh boy.
$13.
That's a 9.
Do Really good
9,
thing, Myrtle.
18.
18,
12.
and a 12.
I'm trying to slide down, and then if I can, along the way, dislodge the disruptor or the obstacle or whatever it is that's keeping the thing from. And if I get down there, I get down there.
All right, cool. So, first up, although Divine Speaker has already acted, as she's the one who starts the initiative by sliding down this very dusty chain. It's not very smooth to slide down. Roll a athletics check to slide down this dusty chain.
Divine Speaker or
Divine Speaker.
Hyani?
Because that's what she does before initiative starts.
Oh, can I have used my channel divinity for that?
Yes, you can.
So, channel divinity, peerless athlete. As a bonus action, I gain the following benefits: 10 minutes. I have advantage on athletics and acrobatics checks. I can double my carry capacity and all that jazz.
Yeah.
And my long and high jumps are increased by 10 feet.
Very nice.
Nice.
So I'll just mark that. My channel divinity. Yeah, so athletics check, you say?
That's right.
That's 25.
Very nice. You're fine. You land on this rickety lift.
Now, would I have been able to pass by the obstruction along the way? Because you said there was something stuck in the chains, or is that something at the bottom? Or
No, it's not at the bottom. You would have passed it by as you're sliding down, so you would have. What are you doing with that obstruction?
what is it? It's like a piece of wood, right? And I just try and yank it out.
It looks like a set of twin clamps, like a set of bars, forcing the chains to not go up, so that the creatures would not go into the world.
Ah.
Like safety restriction.
Okay. So again, is it easily removed, or is it locked or something, or what?
It's not locked, but it requires a bit of finagling to get out. Otherwise, you could just use your strength to break it. Because think of it as a set of fish hooks on each end, keeping these chains from moving out.
Oh, like an octopus hook kind of thing.
Yes, right.
Oh, okay, like octi straps. Okay. All right, I'll try and unhook them without breaking them.
All right. I'd like you to roll a sleight hand check, please.
Not bad. $11.
You jiggle it. It doesn't come unhooked. So that's your action for the surprise round.
Okay.
First up, Halnir.
Seeing Divine Speaker sliding down the chain, he's gonna try and do the
Divine
same.
Speaker would be. I would put you here. It's the wrong person. I'll put you here. You're not quite at the platform. You're still hanging onto the chains. If you can see the map.
Yep.
So that our listeners can also see the map. This is what they're seeing at the moment. All right. So, Halnir, what do you do?
Jump on that chain.
Jump on the chain as well?
Yep.
All right. Roll an athletics check, please. $17. Because Divine Speaker has managed to remove a lot of the dust that would make it very hard to go down, you manage to meet halfway where Divine Speaker is, and you're going down safely. Do you continue going down to the platform, or?
Yeah.
All right.
If I'm able, absolutely.
Yep. You're effectively there.
Okay. And
Yep. So you land
Was it-
next to the
Yep.
dwarf safely. What do you do?
Is sliding down the chain my movement, or do I still have movement to move forward?
That would be half your movement.
Okay, so I'll just step forward up next to him.
What are you doing, lad? Can't you see there's a cyclops right over there? Without this flame, it's gonna start attacking us again.
Do I still have an action?
You do?
Then Hyani will say, "Flame, ha lad," and he will cast Burning Hands
Burning
at
Hands?
first level.
Alright. You cast your spell, and all of a sudden, nothing happens. There are strange runes glowing all around the dwarven mine shaft. It seems to negate whatever magic is occurring in this particular area. Lad, what are you doing? This is a dwarven mine. We have protection seals all around this area. Magic's not gonna work. Do you have any, like, alchemist fire or something? Or acid? We can blind these creatures and we can leave.
Friends upstairs have some acid.
Don't toss it!
Hey.
I don't want to
Am I still
burn!
marking off a spell slot?
Yep, so you still use a spell slot, but you can see that there are dwarvish magic runes of warding to stop any magic from occurring near the lift from damaging.
Okay.
So you can see that it actually encompasses this entire shaft over here. So that's all the protection ward.
Right, okay. Yeah, I guess seeing that my spell fizzled, I'd just pull out my shield, pull out my hammer, and I don't think I'm going to do anything for bonus action.
Alright, so
Yeah.
next up, that will be Mithra.
Sorry. We can hear them from where we are.
Oh yeah, because the dwarf is shouting, and I assume that Halnir is not whispering.
Okay, so I know Myrtle's got the acid, so that's enough. How much movement? Am I able to? Need to gauge how much movement. Would I be able to run over, grab one of the axes, and then run over to the shaft?
Yes?
Like one of the axes is just on the ground.
The pickaxes or the shovels and stuff?
And anything that's wooden. I basically want to grab a sash, like a piece of fabric from, I don't know, one of the belt sashes that I've got on,
Yep.
like that I wear. Just a piece of clothing. Wrap that around an axe handle, firebolt onto that to set it alight, and drop it down.
Yes,
See
you
if
can do
that makes a difference. And then say catch.
Yes, you can do that. So you run over, pick up one of the mining tools,
Yep.
like an axe handle, wrap your bit of tarp cloth around it and light that ablaze.
Yep. And then call down to Hjalnir. Hey, catch! And drop it down.
Alright, so before you light it ablaze, you can see similar runes where you are standing. They light up
Up the top
in the
too.
dwarven area here, and they essentially mute your spell. So you're making an attempt to flame up this. It's not happening. Nothing's happening. But you can see glowing runes up above and around this particular chamber, stopping fire from occurring.
Okay. Alright, I thought I lit it. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, alright. So I guess I dropped down a axe on its own then, with a piece of cloth around it.
You still say catch.
Never mind.
Halmir, do you catch it?
Yeah.
Well, looking up, what do I see? Am I able to see in the dark light shaft?
Yeah, you have dark
Something.
vision. As a dwarf, you can see
Sure.
a stick and a piece of cloth heading down your way.
At the moment, I'll just
Together and
step out of the way to avoid it.
It just hits the platform, and you hear a crack as it puts a hole on this lips on one of the planks. Lad, what was that?
It looks like an axe wrapped in material.
It wasn't
It's
one of the
strange.
stonework and axe up.
Apart from the
Up
fact
top.
you were supposed to catch that,
We're fighting a creature down
apart from
here.
the fact that you're supposed to catch it, you're supposed to catch it! And anyway, it didn't work, so it doesn't matter that you didn't, but you should learn to trust me.
What am I going to
away
do
from
with
the-
it? Forgot my
I'm
hammer.
gonna walk back over
Crazy
here.
lass.
I'm walking away from the shaft.
just buddy up with the dwarf next to me. You know, shield raised,
How dare you
warhammer raised.
call me
just
crazy?
thinking she's a bit loony.
Whether or not she's loony, she better get down here and help us. We need some fire or acid.
Hey, throwing axes at our heads isn't really a way to help us. Just saying.
Mithra, is that your turn?
You better not come up alive, or I'll make sure you don't come out of here alive.
Sounds like an elf up there. We had one that came down here, ran off with his tail between his legs.
Aye, she's a good lass, if a bit mischievous.
And Mithra, is that your turn?
Yep, I've walked away. She's pissed off now.
It's your turn.
All right.
Cool.
So, seeing as it's getting a little bit full down there, and I don't have any fire or acid, I'm going to move over to the controls and ready my axe to pull the mine handle again once the Cyclops has been blinded.
Yeah. You can see that the mine handle is pulled all the way. The repair handle is still on its down position.
All right. Okay. So, but the lift isn't moving up then, even though it's pulled. Right.
So what are you doing?
I'll just is there three positions of the is there like a neutral position and an up and a down, or is it just like up or down?
It's just up or down, yes, for either lever.
All right, I'm going to ask the dwarf, if the handle's already pulled to the mine, how do we get the rest of the lift to come up?
Which dwarf are you asking? Magnus? Or are you asking?
Magnus, yeah.
Magnus?
I'll ask Magnus, yeah.
Look, lad, I don't know. I'm not part of this clan. Now, we used the other lift. It had also a repair and a mine lever. So what we did to get down here was to pull the repair so it takes off that little lock thing.
Right. Okay. I'm going to pull the repair lever then, so we can, hopefully reset the mine or something like that.
Okay. So you make an attempt at pulling the lever, but it's not moving. Roll an insight check.
Okay.
So it's not your action, you just make an attempt.
Eight.
Alright. It must be stuck or broken. You're not sure what's wrong with this thing. You gotta pull harder. What do you think?
If it doesn't work, I'm gonna just flick the mine thing just back to down and then up and see if anything happens.
Alright, so that'll be your action then.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So you switch it back up, and the lift starts going down. Lads, what are you doing? The creature's gonna be overhead us! And then you pull it up again, and again it moves up, but then the locking mechanism stops it halfway. Oh, this is not good. Oh no! Stop moving it up and down, damn it! I'm getting sick.
My apologies.
Halnir, roll a con saving throw, please.
Okay.
And Divine Speaker, I need you to roll a strength saving throw. Because this lift only has one speed. You are dropped to the ground, and then you are lifted to the sky. Halnir, you're fine with a 19. You're doing much better than the other dwarf. Unfortunately, Divine Speaker, because of the rapid movement of this chain going up and down, you were tossed aside. Roll a athletics check or acrobatics check to land.
That's a
31.
oops. Sorry, no, it's not. It's a 21. Ignore the 10. I forgot to put the key one.
21. You managed to land on the platform. You are not tossed aside to the ground. However, you still do take 10 feet worth of fall damage. Take 1 bludgeoning damage.
You're right there, lad. Pass.
Alright, next. That will be Divine Speaker. You are now on this platform.
I'll yell up and say, "Stop doing that!" And is there a creature clawing at us or something?
Yes, it's because there's light being waved at it. It's blocking its face, and it's just randomly trying to pinata you guys out of this shifting lift.
Would my light cantrip still be on my shield?
Oh yeah, your cantrip is fine.
Cool. Sweet.
Okay, what is this creature? What is It's just what does it look like?
It's a cyclops.
Oh, it's a cyclops. Okay, can I?
So the creature is a dark-skinned cyclops. It's wearing no shirt. It's got pants, and it's got a very large ball that it's waving around.
Okay. Can I like pull a torch out of my pack and light it on whatever torch that Magnus has?
You can?
Cool. Can I then chuck it at the Cyclops' eye?
Of course you can.
Alright. What is that? Is that what? Thrown attack?
So that'll
Athletics
be
check?
a strength thrown attack after lighting it. Because Magnus is waving his torch around. Roll a sleight of hand check to try and light your torch first.
Oh, okay.
Because he is keeping the creature at bay.
That's a 19.
19. Very nice. Quickly time it. Light your torch. So that's your bonus action. Then you throw it. Roll an attack roll. This
So
is
it's-
just
so it-
strength. Because
No.
you don't have proficiency on a
Improvised weapons.
improvised weapon.
Okay. That's a 17.
17. You strike the creature. You with that attack, you actually hit its eye as it's shielding its face. It yells out in some strange language. Do any of you know Giant?
Yes, I do.
All
I'm a
right.
Goliath.
So to the rest of you that don't know Giant, you hear "Egg like sugar." But to you, my eye! It hurts! Why does it burn? I just want to speak to Dwarfy. He's so fuzzy.
Okay. Yep, and I'll just yell up and get us out of here.
Roll a d4 for damage blow.
Oh,
Will be fire.
two.
2. All right. Next up, that is my turn. The Cyclops, again, because he is blinded, with a torch kind of stuck in between his eyelids. It's like clawing it out. What you hear is, "Dwarfy, come down! Dwarfy! I want you to meet family! Dwarfy!" So that's what you hear in Giant. And after, with some poor success, a lot of tears, he gets the torch out of his single eye. You can see him blinking his eye. He looks up. He's no longer carrying his weapon. His eye is completely red from your attack. That's my turn. Magnus's turn. That was a good shot, lad. Do you have any more? We should keep doing that. What's he raving on about? Keeps looking at me. And he's looking at you. He's looking at you, brother.
Aye. You think?
So that's what Magnus says. Next, Myrtle, what do you do?
I'm going to take out my 2 vials of acid and pass them to Lynn and to Mithra. Here you go, dearies. You're probably a better shot in your eye and your arm than I am. And I'm gonna. How many times can I pull the levers on the lift if I've just handed objects to people?
So you've handed objects to people. That's you spent at least half your movement, so you're next to the switch at least. Then that's just half movement and bonus action. You still have an action to use.
Okay. Can I pull the mine lever down?
Of course.
And then once that's done, pull on the repair lever?
You can. So you pull the mine lever up. So it.
Well, was it
brings-
already not up?
No, because it was down. It had been pulled down in a down position to bring the lift up.
Okay, in
So
that
if you pull
case,
it
I
up,
want to
it goes
pull.
down.
Yeah, I want to pull the mine lever up, and then pull the repair lever to whichever it's.
Yep. So you do so. All of you hear this unlocking sound. Click. And that'll be your turn.
Cool.
Whoever did that, thanks! Now someone pull the lever! We need to get out of here! Halnir, what do you do? Halnir?
Sorry, I was muted.
No.
Hearing the monster roaring in anger, and my dwarven companion's confusion, I'll respond to him and say, it seems to be angry and gearing up for an attack. Hold yourselves, brothers. And I'll ready an action to attack if it makes an aggressive move towards any of us.
Okay, so you take up stance, preparing your attack.
Yep.
Alright. Next, Mithra, what do you do? You have a vial of acid in
should
your
be
hand.
perfect. I have a vial of acid. I thought Myrtle has that.
I handed it over to you.
Oh, you handed it to me. Sorry, I must have missed that bit. I'm just going to hand it back to Myrtle and say, apparently I'm crazy, so probably better if you do this.
You have another vial of acid. So you have two now instead of just the one.
Well,
Know your limits, girl. That's fine.
Yeah, that's going to end my turn.
Alright. Flynn.
She's upset. Myrtle would have seen there's probably like a few tears in her eyes saying she's not crazy when she says she's not crazy. That's it.
Okay.
All right, so Flynn's gonna try and pull the up lever again for the mine.
Alright. So this time around, you pull this lever up, and with that, you can see that the lift starts moving up. It makes it all the way to the top, and it makes a clamping sound. Alright. Highlight it. Draw. So the three of you are now up top with this lift secured on this level. You hear a giant's roar down below as it attacks the wall that it's next to in anger, as its prey seems to have lifted up and above.
Is he saying anything?
In giant, you hear, "Dwarvy friend! Dwarvy friend! Stupid, stupid creatures! I hurts! I hurts!" And you hear it just smash its maul into the stone wall. But there's no rumble up above from where you are.
Okay.
Combat.
Well, if we've saved Magnus, I think it's best we get out of here before the others come.
Thanks, lads. Ladies.
No worries.
Yourself. Apologies, I was in a threatening mood. Saw that creature down there. He was gonna eat me.
Actually, he just wanted to be your friend.
You must be kidding.
Are you serious? That
Well-
thing wants to be my friend?
Well, that's what I was saying.
You understood all that, Auroran?
Oh yeah, one of the ancient dialects of my tribe.
Oh, aye.
Well, the next time we go down these mines to look for those orcs of yours, heroes, we better bring someone who knows giant.
Aye. Be a
It's
smart
very
move.
strange that a giant of any kind lives in the mine.
Aye, very
How
odd.
did they get here? They wouldn't have fit in the elevator, right?
No, they wouldn't.
Perhaps there's another entrance to this mine somewhere else.
Aye. Magnus, how did you come to be down there?
Well, we took the mine shaft to the west. This one over here, and he essentially walks in this direction, and he points down here. I'm surprised you didn't take that shaft. Didn't the others tell you? At least the ones that escaped. How's Leonis and the elf?
Adres.
Whatever his name was. He's the one who ran away first.
Aye, you seem to be covered in cobwebs, my friends tell me.
Oh, there are spiders down there, and there was a huge chimera. Oh, what a dangerous creature that was. Not the usual kind either. It had a spider's head.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know what kind of evil creature that crafted that bloody mess. But I'm not going back down there.
So you're from a nearby tribe? Clan?
Aye, I am. Well, not of these mountains, of course. Further south, near Dawn. Have you heard of it?
No, haven't heard of it.
Well, anyway, thanks for rescuing me. Unfortunately, there's nothing much left down there but dead bodies. My
Aye,
companions.
we were sent to rescue you, so our mission is complete.
Did you find anything else down here, perhaps? Or were you just here to rescue me?
Well, there does seem to be some sort of operation going on deeper in this mine.
Where?
We found another mine shaft.
Can you show me?
Yeah, and we'll just walk over to the hatch.
Yep, so you walk up to the hatch over here. That's odd. That wasn't here before. I can't see anything.
Well, we dug it up.
Oh, did
We
you?
need some dirt.
Dirt? Looks like
Hey,
solid stone you've cut through. What kind of beast did this?
I'll just raise my hand.
I loosened it up a little.
Oh, so the ladies did all the work. How come you weren't working, brother?
Oh, I was. It's just Divine Speaker here is much more effective.
Anyway, that's good to know. I'll report this to the guild, though. Talk to Finn. Anyway, we should best leave. I don't want to have to tassel with that very large. And he collapses.
Why?
You can see that there is a very large fang embedded in his back.
Holy
I
crap,
lay on hand.
we didn't notice that until like he was just walking around with a giant fang in his back.
Well, I mean, you had been, you wouldn't have noticed this until after he had fallen down.
He never presented his back to us. He was always facing us.
Well, remember he was swinging his torch back and forth, so it's not something you would have seen.
Yeah.
Unless you were looking for it specifically.
How's he looking? Is he on, is he making
He's dying,
death saves, so to
that's
speak?
for sure. And you can see a
Okay.
strange purple liquid coming out of his shoulders.
Right,
From this giant fang. So the size of this fang is like, I don't know, about 12 centimeters.
Oof.
Can we pull the thing out?
We'll spare the dying first and foremost. Yeah, I'll help with that.
Medicine.
Or a strength check to pull the fang out. With a 22 is enough. You pull it out properly instead of, ripping out his skin to pull out this very large spider's fang. It's still coated in some sort of purple ichor that you can only assume is poison when you take it out.
Okay,
I should probably keep this thing.
Yeah. I try and avoid getting it on my hand.
As you cast Spare the Dying on him, it's not working.
Alright, I'll lay on hands and use the 5 HP to neutralize the poison.
Alright. You have neutralized the poison from this dwarf's back. You can see that it's no longer spilling out this purple liquid. It is now just blood spilling out. Like the wound has gotten some sort of nerve, some sort of artery to keep the damage going on.
Cure wounds then.
Alright, roll your cure wound. Alright, with 8 points of healing, you manage to at least close up the wound enough that it's healed him to get him out of danger. However, he does not wake. His situation does not improve. It's as though he is heavily exhausted from whatever has fought him down there.
Alright, well, let's get out of here before the other people come up.
Aye, he's stable for now. It's, should survive, but we'll need to carry him. Divine Speaker.
I've already just picked him up by this, like, the scruff of his neck and then just draped him over my shoulder. He's a dwarf, right?
He is a dwarf,
yeah.
Like carrying a baby.
Yep. So you pick him up from the scruff of his neck.
That's definitely how I carry my babies.
You actually rip the very worn chain armor, the chain shirt that he is wearing.
I ripped a chain shirt? Holy crap, I'm strong.
And you can see that there is something else going on underneath his clothing.
Huh. That doesn't look normal, right?
So what you see is, although you've taken out one fang, there's several bite marks and several poison needles in this dwarf's back. So whatever it was fighting was quite deadly.
Some sort of fanged, poisonous porcupine sea urchin thing. Maybe.
But because you have already cured the poison, these are just like spines on his back.
He may need additional healing.
Hey, lass. Lay him
I'm all
down.
out.
And the
Lay him
reason
down.
we were
Let
able
me have a
to
look.
rip his chain shirt is because there was
Is it acid damaged
it is
or
acid
something?
damage from wear and tear.
Uh,
Something had some sort of creature had actually damaged the metal.
Could it be this chimera that we heard of?
Aye, possibly.
Possibly you've never seen it. The dwarf has.
Hmm.
So you better
Can
take
I,
him back to Rin. as quickly
Take
as
the
possible.
spines out of his back and cast Cure Wounds on him again.
Alright, roll a medicine check to get the spines out. Who's helping him? Or is anyone else doing anything?
I'll help.
Alright.
Is that an advantage, or you want to roll yourself?
You would have advantage because he's helping you.
Yeah, you can have advantage.
$17. You take out these strange white spines off of Magnus's back.
I lay them all down in a row for everyone to see in the dirt, and once I've removed them all, cast
There's 7 of them.
Cure Wounds on him again.
You cast your cure wounds. You don't have to roll. You can see him come to.
Cool.
Oh.
You're right
Thanks,
there,
lad.
bud. Go
Oh.
pull out my water pouch.
Water skin.
Yeah, that's it. Water skin. And offer it to him. Have a drink, lad.
Thanks, brother. Oh,
Hey.
what happened to me? I just kind of passed out.
There's some more spines in your back.
Spines. I
Aye.
took a bit of a blow from that chimera. But
Well,
spines?
there was one spider fang which we've collected, and
Aye, there are spiders
these
down there, but I
and
didn't
these
think
seven
anything of it. Better be.
these seven spines. I'll pick up one by the end to carefully
That's a
reach out.
spine. Looks like a needle.
Aye, you had 7 of these in your back, straight through your chainmail.
And my chain shirt. Oh. Who ripped
Aye,
it? Oh, don't
So
worry, I'll just get a new one.
a wee bit of acid damage, it seems.
Come from the spiders, you see. They're very big. Unusual looking.
I
Oh.
dare say we should keep these spines and this fang just for a look-see later.
I apologize to any of you ladies if I was rude. But, I'm quite tired. I don't know why. Whatever got me down there has drained my spirit. I must have been just fighting on adrenaline alone.
Hey, we'll get you back
Possible
to
for one of you to carry me.
Simple enough. And this time I won't grab him by his clothes. I'll just like.
Piggyback him?
No, I'll just like
Carry him.
I'll like carry him under his arms.
Okay. Like a baby.
Yeah, and then just put him over my shoulder like that.
Like a sack of potatoes.
No, like a baby.
Oh, like a baby. Okay, so you're a
Yeah.
baby carrying this dwarf. As
Yeah.
you guys head out of the mine.
Cool.
Just let him sleep on my shoulder. He's had a long day.
Don't worry, brother. We'll get you back to Rin right quick.
Thanks, Skittles.
You rest up.
Alright. So, you successfully completed this particular mission, or at least half of it. There is still much to explore down in that tunnel or that mine shaft that you had uncovered. On your journey home to Vryn, you encounter nothing unusual on your journey back.
We collect Magnus the chicken as
Yep.
well from the.
Collect Magnus the chicken, who has somehow killed a few sparrows and
Nice.
eaten them.
Do you want me to cook them next time?
When you speak to Magnus again, it just clucks at you, looking at you, and then clucks.
Oh, I just pick him up at that point and sort of sit him on my shoulder or on my pack. Let it settle down and walk.
You walk back to Vryn. In 3 days' time, the 5 of you return, well rested and well received by the citizens of Vryn. And there you can see Finn congratulate you on your rescue. Friends, did you find any of the others, perhaps? Or will Magnus tell us the horrible story?
From what he's told us, the rest didn't make it.
Did you get any of their anything? Perhaps a symbol, a guild, insignia? No, Finn. I apologize, but we were outnumbered. There were too many of those creatures. If it weren't for these heroes, I most likely have died. I think I need the rest. Oh,
We didn't find any of the bodies. To be honest, we didn't venture far in before we found Magnus.
We think we might need to do some research on a creature that has poisonous spines and needles, potentially.
I will. We'll want to talk to Magnus a bit more about this chimera.
I can tell you what I know. I only saw it in the dark. It's a very unusual creature, but it has very much a chimera. I mean, it's a three-headed creature with various body parts. That's a chimera, isn't it?
Aye. An abomination.
Aye, very much so. If it's down in those mines, I best tell the other dwarves not to go in this section. Well, it's best I head to a temple and rest up.
Hey, brother. Rest well.
I'd like to take the spines that we found
You got 7 spines there.
yeah, and go to
Spider's fang.
Yeah, can we go to like what was there an alchemy lab or something?
Well, Mithra would know. She knows
Yeah,
everything about Vryn.
So Mithra, is there someone who would know more about this creature's or these creatures like weaknesses or strengths? Potentially we can take the antidote beforehand.
Mithra?
You wanting my opinion on this? You
Is
want my
it
help?
well? You've explored the town. Is there someone who do you think would be best at giving us this information?
Do I know that?
You do. You know of a gnome by the name of Rosette. He is a well-known wizard in these parts. He has quite a bit of information about oddities, monstrosities, and other creatures that are not natural. from your exploration of
Okay.
town, you also know where he resides.
Okay. Yeah. So there's a dwarf. Dwarf was a gnome.
It's a gnome. A good gnome.
A gnome. Called Rosette. That will know things like that.
I think it would do us well to pay this Rosette a visit.
And with that, we will end the session today. Hope you guys enjoyed.